started off sort of like the 13th century with William the Conqueror. It used to be just a corn market outside, and over the years the building got added to. And this part that we're standing in now was originally called the Shambles, where the butchers, all the butchers' shops used to be along here.
Well, we've just come from the Shambles in York.
Have you?
Yeah.
Every city town here seems to have a shambles, and it was all dating from, you know, when the butchers, and apparently a shamble is the block on which the butcher chops the carcasses.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
This is a board starting, I think, as you can see, from the 13th century. Wow. Yeah. These people were what they called at the time bailiffs. You were voted in, or you became a bailiff because you had money and influence, etc. And then as time went on, the bailiffs then became known as mayors. Now our mayors now are voted in by their colleagues, you know, they're usually in council. And the mayor's title, they hold it for a year. They really have no political clout, but what they do is go to lots of openings of charity events and fetes, etc., and they get tea with the Queen. Oh, that's allowed. And if they happen to be mayor during the year of the coronation, they automatically get the knighthood. For no other reason than it's a coronation year. So we've got one or two families down there that have managed to become sirs for no other reason than they happen to be mayors at the right time.
At the right time.
Right place, right time.
Yep.
Here we've got Charles II's children, that he was beheaded here at Windsor Castle.
Oh.
Always you can sit.
Oh, okay. I'm always warm.
Yeah, you're hot. They were staying in a little inn outside of Windsor, and he was allowed to go and visit them just before they executed him. So that's a lovely painting. We've had it clean recently, so showing all the others up a bit.
I noticed some of the names sometimes under the year.
You can see her profile, and then it's meant to be the Duke's profile on the other side.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it either. I can get the Queen, but I can't get Philip.
I can't get either one of them.
You got to come a little bit more this way.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong way. Have a look at that on the video.
Opposite these are all hotels, so the paparazzi were all at the windows there with their, you know, their long-angled their lens, ready to take photographs. So came in here, walked through, and went into a separate room called the Ascot room, which I'll take you in as we go round.
Now, what do they do in this room?
Now, this room, it's a working building. This is a working building, so there are council meetings, there are all sorts of things that go on here, and still, but up until recently it was a magistrate's court as well. That ceased, but it's usually quite busy. People can book this, and weddings take place here as well.
Really?
Yeah. I've just had a young couple before you inquiring about marrying here next year. So obviously the layout, you know, we change it and it looks. So all of the portraits around here are of kings and queens who've all lived in Windsor.
Wow.
It's been a favourite residence, I think, of most of them. Interesting, I like Queen Anne here. She had a bit of a tough time. She had 17 children and none of them survived beyond, I think the eldest lived to about 7.
Oh, how sad.
Yeah. Now, in this day and age, what she had wrong with her would have been cured with antibiotics. It's like her immune system was, turned in on itself.
Yep.
And that's her husband.
How lucky am I to live in this age?
Her father, Charles II, said of him, He's boring when he's sober and he's boring when he's drunk. So you didn't have a lot of time for him. And then,
Isn't that Prince Albert?
yes, I was going to say, if we stand back here, Albert and Victoria, and this is rather a lovely one.
I'll step back because my bag's there.
We always see her as this little old lady in black, don't we? You know, that's how we think of.
Yes,
yeah,
in the
that's how
morning.
we think of her. But this, and she's wearing a beautiful blue brooch that's been given to her by Albert. I think it was a coronation present to her.
And that was a whirlwind courtship, wasn't it?
Oh,
Through
yeah.
correspondence.
Yes, and they apparently had quite a passionate relationship. I'll just tell you about this daughter. Yes, he had a lot to, George's daughter had a lot to do with Windsor Castle, and he almost bankrupted the country. He was a real dandy, and spent loads of the country's money, emptied the coffers basically on himself. Liked to dress in a grand way, and the coronation crown there, thick with jewels. But he did a lot of restoration work at Windsor Castle. So a lot of what you see, and I guess now in retrospect they're grateful for it, but yes, he almost bankrupted the country.
Made from Windsor
usually send the
wood.
school kids round to check. If they're getting bored.
Oh, yeah,
they
you
say,
can see
"Go
the
and check
difference."
the chairs."
So is that where Windsor chairs actually comes from? The name
wood, yeah, probably.
Windsor chair?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
They're not very comfy to sit on.
How much power do they have?
They're not, I'm sure these are additions to it. I'm sure the originals would have just had. So, and she said, you've got Queen Elizabeth there. She said, but the tiara I'm wearing is a princess tiara.
Ah.
And I wouldn't be wearing a princess tiara if I was queen. And apparently what had happened was, this was painted during the time she was on her visit to Kenya and her father died. And as soon as the monarch died, automatically next in line, that's it.
Yes.
They've got the title, they're king, queen, whatever. There's no, even prior to coronations, that follows later. And she said, but that tiara, she gave it to Diana. Diana wore it, I think, a lot. And yes, so that's, and I think that's a really lovely one
It
of
is
her.
a
But
lovely
she,
picture.
yes, she said, I don't recollect it at all. And we say that she's opposite Philip, and Philip once jokingly said, yes, I can look at you, not getting any older.
For the next.
Next,
Next,
yes,
10
next,
10
yes, there
sessions,
we
yeah.
are, yes. But isn't that enlightening? And it's a lot of it, I think he was a bit of a lad. But she is so grounded, our queen, which is
And I thought they did a great job in projecting that in the series.
exactly, and she's like that. So, she never interferes with politics because she's not supposed to, but she's quite funny and quite witty. She looks good there, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. How old do you think she is in that painting? Does it have a date when it was painted?
Well, 2002.
So it's
Was presented in
2019 now.
2002.
And she's would have
She's now 90.
she was born in 26.
Yes,
She's 93.
93.
Well, she will.
She's-
When's her birthday? In June? Yeah, she'll be 93.
That's her official one, but her actual birthday is, I think, April the 25th? No, 23rd is St. George's Day. But yes, April her birthday is. Then her official birthday is June. And she's reigned for 66 years, so that's the
God bless
longest, even longer than Victoria. How many years did Queen Victoria reign? I think hers about 57. So it was gained quite something. And the windows being put in as a commemoration to her Jubilee. And they're four of her favourite residents. So we've got Windsor Castle and Buckingham Palace, Sandringham, and Diamond Jubilee. That's what this was put in for. What's her other one called? Sandringham and
Sorry?
what's the other residence? I always forget it. Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, Sandringham, and there's the Norfolk one, isn't there? The Scottish one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balmoral.
That's it. I couldn't think of it.
Scooting round the way there.
You can scoop me out of the way.
Oh, really? Thank you. And then opposite these windows, these either end carries two youngest children. This is Beatrice, and she was the youngest daughter. But apparently, when she was first born, she was the liveliest of 9 children, and Albert sort of doted on her. And when he died, she became a bit sort of more introvert. And Victoria sort of took advantage of that and kept her under her wing and made her sort of her secretary, and she's never had social life.
Sorry.
Come out from under the thumb and married Leopold, and the Queen Victoria didn't speak to her after that for 8 months or so. They corresponded purely by letter or note. She just wouldn't speak to her. She was so lived. Oh my goodness! And this, the youngest one, he was a haemophiliac, so he died at quite a young age.
His name was Leopold.
Leopold.
And when did he die? Oh, he married.
1884.
When did he die?
March 28th, 1884.
Oh, 1884. He was only married 2 years before he passed away.